For 18 5G, I think you're going to see a lot of the tier ones do a lot of me first, where they have to get their particular story to the street, and they're going to do that. I think it'll really start to kick off in 19 and 20 in terms of the real deployments. But I think 18 is going to be full of a lot of me first with this use case. I think one of the most important things for 5G to benefit rural instead of just urban areas going forward is for the United States, this is 5G North America, isn't it, is to understand the importance of spectrum under 6 gigahertz. And specifically above CBRS at 3.7 to 4.2, there's an NPRM coming up, and I think that how that plays out and what combination of licensed, lightly licensed, and coordinated, how that plays out is going to be an important role for rural 5G. I have learned that trees really like to eat up 28 gigahertz millimeter wave. One of the things I've learned, and to that note, is I've got a lot of rural markets that are line of sight, and I've got some that are under forest. And one of the most important lessons learned is it's going to take tools under sub 6 gigahertz for 5G, and it's going to take millimeter wave both to solve. And they're both applicable in rural situations. You wouldn't, it's kind of counterproductive. You think a millimeter wave at 28 gig in a rural setting, but there's a lot of places where it really makes sense and it really plays, but I also need sub 6 gigahertz as well. I think the use case that'll drive 5G uptake the most is one that in today's press people don't talk about. It's really fun to talk about access and spectrum these days, but for us carriers the most fundamental change is the core architecture, and there's a lot of that work in 3GPP in the standards body that's going to be coming, and you'll hear hints of it. People will talk about network function, virtualization, and slicing, but until that's all hitting on all cylinders, that's really the catalyst for massive uptake of 5G. My key message here at 5G North America is there's a mandate on our shoulders as carriers to address rural America, specifically with their ISP needs. They're just as deserving and just important for them to join the digital economy, and we have to think outside the box to deliver better solutions to them than we're currently doing.